Jude, look what I have. It's in my hand now. It's finally back at the office. I haven't seen this thing. It's like a cryptid. It disappeared. And someone once told me that it existed, but I don't even believe him anymore.
Yeah, it's a mystery for you, but it's no enigma to me. I use that quite a lot.
Yeah.
So I like the tubes.
You do.
Yeah. So that is the red part.
Yes.
We'll start with. That is the Woo Audio Tube Mini. We talked about it in at least one previous preview video.
We did.
That is a dongle DAC, and it is a tube dongle DAC. So DAC amp.
Yes.
But it's not a traditional dongle. So in the sense that for a lot of dongles, you use them on the go.
Yeah.
I would not necessarily recommend using that on the go because it's a tube amp or a tube DAC amp. And so there's some microphonics.
Yeah.
So you use it when you get to where you're going, and you don't necessarily use it while you're getting to where you're going.
Makes sense.
I hope that makes sense. And I think I've said that before. So love the way it sounds because it reminds me of a a nice full-size tube system. Actually, specifically, it reminds me of their WA8. I always forget the nickname.
The Eclipse.
The Eclipse.
Yeah.
And so it's a lovely thing. Now the puck, the bass that you're holding is actually called the Woo Audio Tube Mini Power Bass. It just arrived very recently, and Jack Woo describes it. He says the goal was to integrate the Tube Mini into a more user-friendly mini desktop rig. Mission accomplished, and it's great for a small footprint system. Tube system. Yeah. While it reduces vibration and chances to knock it over, the bass is actually an external power supply powered by the battery. The sound improvements are substantial. So there's a charging and USB input ports and a power switch allowing the user to set it once and be done with it.
Okay.
So I totally dig that because, again, I've just been using the dongle laying on the desk, kind of with the cables attached to it. This gives it elegance, and according to Jack, makes it sound better. We just got it recently, so I haven't really done any big comparisons back and forth.
Sure.
But he says to run it from battery. So you can run it while it's plugged in.
Yeah, I mean, it's running right now.
But if you run it from battery, he said it sounds better. Okay. So I will try that. So I highly recommend checking out the Tube Mini and the Tube Mini Power Bass at Woo Audio's exhibit. But also, of course, when you see that, it will be this small thing amidst many much larger tube amps and some not super large tube amps.
Yeah, like one of my favorites, the WA7E, the electrostatic.
Oh, yeah, that one. That's the smaller one.
Yeah.
And they have amps to drive electrostats at different price ranges. They have amps to drive dynamics at different price ranges, all the way up to like super ultra flagship stuff. So anyway, don't let the Tube Mini get lost in that mix. Yeah. Definitely audition that. Now, as Brian said at the beginning of what is now a very long video, we really have missed you guys. We've missed you a lot. And we're looking forward to seeing you again at CanJam New York 2024. And again, that's happening March 9th and 10th at the Marriott Marquis Hotel in Times Square. Now, we said earlier also this is going to be the biggest CanJam to date, and it is going to be the biggest CanJam to date. So we had no chance of showing you not even much of the gear that'll be at CanJam New York. So scrolling on the screen now are a list of the companies and brands that'll be represented at CanJam New York. So we'll see you at the show, and we'll also see you on the forums at headfi.org. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.